Alrighty, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the crusade, and hello also to Loki Drums. Hey yo, what time is it? Showtime! It's showtime! Hold on, what's that from? There's an anime where like one of the guy was like, it's showtime! Like in that specific pronunciation. I don't remember what it was though. Anyway, yeah. Hi, how you doing, Lucky Drums? And welcome back to Wrath of the Righteous. So. Do that. Go. And I got a bunch of buttons I have to click. Okay, we're good. So, we're headed back into Wrath of the Righteous. Ignore this autosave here. I was testing something out. Probably should delete that, honestly, just to be shit safe, but whatever. So. That's right. Alright, so we had basically just finished off with Chapter 5, or Chapter 4. So now we are headed into Chapter 5, where we get to finally ascend. Fair enough. What's Courier's Mind? Is that like a Freeman's Mind kind of thing, except with the Fallout New Vegas Courier? But anyway. So, we're back here in the Wound. We're finally back on Galarian, and we gotta go rescue either the Queen or the Hand of the Inheritor. I'm thinking the Queen first. I'm thinking the Queen is what I want to do. But also, let me just level up. 9th level spells! I got one 9th level spell. Honestly, probably Summon Monster. Like, I decided to just go on the summon train for this whole thing, and it's not really doing too much for me, because I'm not doing a whole lot with it, but it's there. Okay, 6 level spells. What else should I get for you, Woljif? Yeah, honestly, Woljif as an Eldritch Scoundrel is very unimpressive. Because the nice thing about actual Eldritch Scoundrel is that it has a lot more utility due to having a much larger spell list than is present in this game. So, for example, Cat's Grace Mass is kind of not that useful for him. Bull Strength, Bear's Endurance, none of that's very useful. Beast Shape is okay, but you're really only allowed to get Large Smilodon, Large Shambling Mound, or Large Wyvern. And if I do any of those, my natural attacks don't have Agile applied to them. Unless I get an Agile Amulet Mighty Fist, I suppose. So it's kind of a downgrade in that sense. Like, specifically for his build, because he's going for like a 2-weapon fighting kind of spec. What would I do differently for him? $130 episodes, Jesus Christ. Is it like the same people who've been doing it the whole time, or is it just somebody else made a mind show because they saw Freeman's Mind? So, here also. So, the other problem with Woljif is that it seems like the best idea for him would actually be to go into Arcane Trickster, since, you know, it's basically built for that. It's a rogue that has casting ability. But I actually disagree there, because Arcane Trickster progresses his spell list, which means he's still stuck with 6-level spells max at a very slow progression. You lose out on basically all the advanced talents for Rogue until, like, very high level. Which includes stuff like dealing Constitution damage, dealing Strength damage, those good things. And all you get out of it is... What do you even get out? You don't get a whole lot. You You can build towards surprising spells, which means you can sneak attack with your spells, but you don't have many good spells to work with, and I don't know. I just don't like it. I actually wonder, though, if maybe Woljif would be better off. Just as a thought, if Woljif would be better off doing Eldritch Scoundrel for, like, one level when you pick him up. And then taking Wizard normally the rest of the time and qualifying for Arcane Trickster sort of the normal way. Just kind of getting rid of everything that goes with Rogue normally. Get the actual Wizard spell list going into Arcane Trickster, and then progressing that way from there. So you have a better spell list to work with. You lose out on a lot of the Rogue stuff, but it also means that you stop leveling Dex, and you do have a good base Dex. So you build into range damage instead and have him be like a blaster caster alongside Ember. I mean, fair to him. If he's got something that's working and it's doing it, it's a good deal. Just, wow. I actually did not know there was more Mind series apart from Freeman's Mind, which I just kind of heard about. Never watched it, really. I've seen, like, bits and pieces of it. It seems fun. It's just like Gordon Freeman's shouting at everybody, but nobody can hear him because he's a silent protagonist, but... I guess Fallout New Vegas would be a pretty good one for that, too. It's kind of like an old-style Let's Play, except you're playing as a character in the game instead of, you know, talking over it, like I kind of am. Yeah. What else could I do? I'm trying to think of what else I could possibly do with Woljif, though, because he's got a high dex, he's got a high int. Spells are kind of worthless. For the most part, like he's got some useful stuff in his spell list, but it's kind of not as good as just having like general use spells and like. Like the only other thing I could think of is possibly going into Magus or Duelist. Magus was better because it has more of an offense focus than the normal spell list. You get the Arcana and stuff to buff up your weapons and all that stuff, and that might help. You'd probably qualify pretty nicely for Kensei as well. Get that into AC going. Duelist, similarly, because he's focused a lot on light weapons and Dex as a rogue. You get Canny Defense to get your int bonus to attack. Qualifying for it might be a little tricky since you need a BAB requirement, I'm pretty sure. But other than that, I think he could do it. Just swap out his knife proficiency for rapier, and then that'll do it for you. I don't really know what would be best. I guess, yeah, I feel like Wizard into Arcane Trickster is just the best option for him. Just take the Eldritch Scoundrel Rogue level, sort of a sunk level, and just go with it. Basically the same thing I do with Ember. Oh, hey, Hermit Gamer. Terribly. Why do you ask? Right now I'm actually just looking at Woljif and wondering how I can make him work better, because Arcane Trickster, or Eldritch Scoundrel, is kind of not great. Look at this. And... oh, you know, transformation actually might help a lot there. Oh, no, it definitely hasn't. RNG will never improve. Never. Enduring spells, green enduring spells. Not sure what else to get here. think he might actually use Archmage armor. He definitely has mage armor on his spell list, right? I prepared for him? Yeah, okay, excellent. Interacts with the story instead of being heralded by it. It's not as funny. Fallout New Vegas, insane. Yeah, exactly. So it's less direct like commentary and more just what the fuck is that kind of stuff. I get that. What else can I get here? Fox Cunning, Cat's Grace. Rounds per level. Your image. I'll get another invisibility in there. Why not? Oh, no, blur. Blur is what I should put on. 3 haste. Are you currently buffed? Is that what's going on here? No. Okay, good. 3 haste. Greater magic weapon. Displacement. Get another dispel on there. Got 2 greater invisibilities, a dim door, control fireball, enervation, and probably another dim door just for good measure. Here we have angelic aspect, kind of cold racking ray, and 6 level spells. Got disintegrate, greater spell magic, transformation. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, ranging shot, cleaving shot, bigger they are. Always a chance. Spelling attack. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Chromosome Evil. Is that actually a game? Sounds like a thing that somebody made as a joke, but Chromosome Evil. Dive deep into this Lovecraft-inspired RTS survival. Assemble your team using different classes, skills, and weaponry. It's up to your squad to survive the onslaught of nightmares that are surely coming your way. Will you find the source of the darkness? Oh, that just came out, too. This looks interesting. Like, the name is just... The name doesn't feel... The name's not a good name. I'll say that much, but, the rest of it looks interesting. So, it's a RTS survival using a team. Single player. It's like, weird. Weird. This seems like a nightmare to control properly, but I can check it out. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Now, let's see. Defensive study, Rupture Restraints, Last Stand. Relenting Assault. Right, I was letting you just rock. Crippling Blows. Yeah, that's fair. Just, It is an interesting looking game. But, I'll have to dig a little bit more deeply into it to see if I want to, like, give it a real shot, or if I do one of those things where I play for 2 hours and go, I don't know about this. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I got time to figure it. On the powerful stance, every first successful melee attack in a round applies -1 penalty on attack rolls and fortitude saving throws for 1 round. So it's only going to apply for 1 round. Okay. Oof. I'm not familiar with Vampire the Requiem at all. Was it called Vampire the Requiem? I thought it was... Wait, is Vampire the Requiem the, like, newer edition one? Because I think Vampire the Masquerade is, like, the old version, and then they changed the product line, if I remember correctly. Am I remembering that right? World of Darkness games. Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade is the old one. Then there was, like, Mage the Ascension, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Hunter the Reckoning, Wraith the Oblivion, Demon the Fallen, Changeling the Dreaming. Yeah, and then they had, like, a second product line, which is, yeah. Yeah. That's right. Is that the one that came out after the company almost sank? Am I remembering that one right? Who am I leveling up right now? Ember. Actually, do you have any more metamagics? Nope. Well, yeah, me neither. But I just kind of remember reading up on it because, like, hey, what's it? Okay, what's blank the blank this time around? And it was that. Yeah, where are we going? I'm gonna talk to Wendwog also real quick. How you doing, Wendwog? Yeah, you're doing fine, apparently. This way. Good old Call of Cthulhu.
Keep your calm.
And also, before I disappear, where was it? Was it... I think it was downstairs? Pretty sure it was downstairs, right? Where was that? Yeah, it was definitely downstairs. You go to the lower floor, and then you come out of the abyss over here. Oh, the passages are all blocked up, aren't they? So I've got to go the long way around. But yeah, Call of Cthulhu is a fun time. Just very jank. Come on, Bamber, tonight twice Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, whatever works, right? Kind of remembering, like, God, I had a bunch of, like, modules of Call of Cthulhu I wrote up to make it easier to run. They're all kind of junky, but it was a fun time. Yeah, nothing too nuts. Just, like, good old adventures around with one cursed artifact that somebody used wrong, and everything goes to shit. You gotta figure out how to deal with that. You know, the normal stuff. Is this the right spot? That pathway was open before.
There are many roads to success.
That passage was open before. Why is it closed now? That's fair. They can't complain if they ask for it. They literally did ask for it. They literally asked for it. I guess they must have closed this place up. must have closed this place up specifically. That's right, because they mentioned the rock, so that must be what part of it. I don't know. It's weird. I just want to get back to where Monago was, so I can find out what's behind that barrier if it's still there. Hi? Oh. What? Wait, has this been here the whole time?
Disappear. Killing is what I was made for.
Was this here the whole time?
Keep your calm.
Huh. This is here the whole time. I just never went through the other portal.
Roads to success.
Well, more you know. Because I always thought that these two portals led back to the same place, because I think in beta they did. Like, these two portals literally just connected to the same location. Well, the more you know. I wrote to you and asked for a solo adventure, since I'm not that used to running harpful entry tales and pulling stuff from Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, well, I mean, as long as they can't tell the difference. I mean, do they have experience, like, playing in World of Darkness? Or any variety of World of Darkness? If they don't, then you can just do whatever you want, because it doesn't matter. Just have, like, the bits everybody knows in there, and you're good. Okay, so you can't bullshit your way through the entire thing.
Watch out for trouble.
That's always a problem. Because that's like... Then you get to the point of like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do the thing, it's going to be cool, and then you get halfway through and it's like, wow, I sure hope you don't do that, because that would be stupid and wouldn't make sense with the world. And you go, yeah, of course, why would I possibly have done that? Why would I possibly have done something like that? Ha ha ha! Biggest BS, my prototype, big bad, it's basically just Vecna. Okay, now are you saying Vecna as in just a lich, or are you saying Vecna as in hands and eyes getting passed around to other people and sort of taking control of them through that? Like, which version of Vecna are you talking about here? Or is it a different version of Vecna who's just, like, actually a character instead of just an artifact? Or just a story about a guy, the head of Vecna. That old chestnut.
Keep your calm.
Ah, good stuff. Oh my god, who's that?
There are many roads to success.
That reminds me of me, in the campaign where I did a old, I pulled an old Acererak out of a pile and just used him.
End here.
Alright, so Woljif now has an AC of 43 thanks to plus 11 from Mage Armor. So I can drop these bracers of armor, Magicana and UMD. Archmage armor, though, is pretty good for him. I will say.
Guide.
Ooh, cold iron. Hello. Hold it! Oh, so like a, so like they go back in time and set things up so that they will go back in time in the future to set things up? Okay, where do you think it went? Excellent. God machine. I don't actually know what the God machine is.
This is my kind of work.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sounds interesting. And I guess the biggest pull is probably just going to be the time travel stuff, since your relative isn't going to necessarily know about that bit coming in.
Watch out for trouble.
I imagine. Oh, so it's actually, there's actually just a computer hanging out in the setting? Interesting. Bum. Bum.
Keep your calm.
Might be trap.
Ooh, that was a thing. Okay. Gotcha.
There are many roads to success.
Yeah, I'm just not familiar, like I said, I'm not familiar with a lot of World of Darkness's details, or any of them, really.
Combat abilities.
Disappear.
I'm sorry I have to do this.
Like, what do I even know about World of Darkness? I know it exists, and I know about... Basically, the only knowledge I have is, like, tangential to Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, fair enough. But, like, the only stuff I really know about World of Darkness is the stuff tangential to Vampire the Masquerade. So things like, oh, God, negative levels? Come on, man. Now, what is it? Things like the...
Does anyone require my counsel?
Oh, I gotta recast this, apparently, because it ran out?
Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur!
There we go. Anyway, like I was saying, the only thing I really know is stuff like the Blood God and Cain and things like that. Like, basic vampire background lore stuff. Nothing particularly crazy.
I will defend my dream.
Did I kill Monago? I guess I did. Wait, did I kill Monago? I can't remember if I killed her or left her alive. The dead dwarf, still shackled in decaying armor, is writhing on the ground. I've lost again, but I won't save you. I rose to claim my revenge once and I'll rise again. I must cure that monster. She's to blame for all the suffering I've endured. Staunton? I never thought I'd see you again. I cannot stay in my grave, so I rose to reap a harvest of blood, and I did. I've killed many crusaders and demons, and I'll kill again. If you can destroy me, I'm vengeance, I'm retribution. You are just one more notch in my axe handle. Who'd you want to exact your revenge on? The dead man answers fervently with a spark of insanity in his voice. On her, the temptress and deceptress, who is the reason for all my suffering. Monago is her name. I vow to shed her blood. And on you, my murderer, and on the crusaders who treated me like an animal, on everyone, on the whole world for turning my life into an endless agony. Poor soul, you've suffered so much in life that you cannot find peace even in death. Shaking his head sorrowfully, the killer places his hand over the holy symbol of his goddess. You've done many wicked things, but even you do not deserve eternal torment. We will help you. Monago's dead. How does... That's a very big power level there. Because, like, human hunters are, like, okay, pretty high tier, and then werewolves are a little higher. And then a vampire is a tier above werewolf, and then mage is just like, what are you even doing hanging out with these mortals? Use demon to force everyone to comply. I mean, yeah, but like I said, like, how do you have those different power levels work? Like, this is way beyond, like... Alright, thanks for stopping by, Lucky Drums. Have fun with the Vader Immortals. I hear it's pretty cool, even if it is short. But, like, it's a difference between, like, having a commoner in your party and then having a level 20 wizard. Like, a level 1 commoner and level 20 wizard. How do you balance those two? Like, that's at least from what I've heard. By the way, I already killed Monago. You robbed me of my vengeance! I hate you twofold! How'd you come back to life? The dead man's voice burns with malice. My hatred raised me from the grave. I was treated unjustly. I was intended to repay everyone who put a hand to it. I was an honorable knight, but you, all of you, dragged my name through the mud. You'll pay dearly for what you've done. An honorable knight. Ha! You're weak and nobody when you live, and you remain so in death. It's time to decide your fate. The dead man nods wearily. I suffered for far too long. I stand ready to accept your sentence. Interesting. So even if you bury him as a knight, you do still have the option to raise him here. I'm really surprised I forgot I killed Monago. Why did I kill Monago? I used Call of Cthulhu. Of course. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Everything has penalties associated with him instead of just being straight better. Okay, yeah, I see that. Oh, I'm gonna just check something here as well. Let's take a look at this. Okay, I'm just gonna take... Why did I kill Monago? There was some context behind it. What did I do? Because I thought I would have kept her alive for this run. Specifically because I know about the Sant interaction. Let's see, that would have been part 26. So Monago is a footnote. Yeah, it's Herax, so this is after I would have dealt with her. Is that Latverk? Yeah, that's Latverk. There's the storyteller. Storyteller again. I'm pretty sure I did it well before that part. No, there was some reason I killed Monago, but I don't remember what it was. That's when I'm at the 1,000 Delights. 10,000 Delights. This is still in opening Evolutionera. That's when, yeah, this is when you run into the whatever it is, the assassin Fae. Oh, that's right. I remember now. I remember. I killed Monago because I had Yaniel on the squad with me. And Yaniel wanted revenge on Monago for locking her up. That's why. That's why Monago's dead. So let's see. Resurrect as a Grave Knight. Can't do that. Feel suffering. Tormented Crusader with light. Cleanse of corruption. Or set him on fire. You're relieved of your duty, coup de grace. Crucify him. Feel the suffering of the tormented Crusader with light. I give you peace. Go and stand before Pharasma, and may she judge you fairly. Blinding light bursts out of Staunton's eyes, his mouth, and the gaps in his armor. The dead dwarf's terrified howl turns into a deafening roar, the sound of wildfire. It keeps rising and rising until you feel like your ears might start bleeding. All of a sudden, everything stops. A plume of smoke rises from the breathless body, and the armor on the ground is covered with black, greasy soot. The charred remains bear no resemblance at all to the brave but unfortunate crusader named Staunton Vane, whose soul, relieved of the burden of sins and errors, is now rushing toward the boneyard to be judged. What? Second copy? How did that happen? I get a second soul shear. That's goofy as hell.
There are many roads to success.
What did they say? Saw these mortal force, the trophies are mine. There we go. Good stuff. Let's get over here and rescue Hylor from his own stupidity real quick. Oh, great. I'm overloaded again. That's fine. Hello, Hylor. Okay. It's annoying that there's no way to get both of them, but at the same time, the other ones don't really matter as much.
I will guide.
You lose out on 2 bad shopkeepers and an NPC who is attached to another party member, and that's it.
Focus on the goal.
I will protect you.
Yeah, exactly. Or you could tell Hyler not to be an idiot. You could tell Hyler to chill out for 2 seconds.
Look, over there.
Watch out for trouble.
Just like, bruh, I understand you're all upset about Luri not existing or whatever, but you could chill. Just chill. Just relax. It's gonna be fine. You're an idiot, but it's gonna be fine. I really feel like this fucking bag of holding is not doing shit for me. Yeah, exactly. If Hyler wasn't the NPC, wasn't the mercenary merchant and the retraining guy, he would not exist. Like, Hyler's side quest just proves he is both grossly incompetent at living and also, like, not a good person.
There are many roads to success.
The only reason he gets to live is specifically because he is the only Pathfinder captain that you get for the entirety of Chapter 5. And thankfully he gets replaced by the Abyss guy in Chapter 6. But
Pretty good, aren't I?
like if it wasn't for that, 100% just whatever. Get out of my sight, Hyler. I don't care. Like I don't particularly care about whatever his name is. The one-eyed devil or the other guy who's in here. Yaker's the only one I actually care a little bit about, and that's just because he's a nice foil to Regil.
A sight to be proud of.
Like, he's just there because he's the incompetent Hell Knight that Regil gives orders to. And him living actually means that Regil lives longer. Outside of the game's boundaries because of the incompetence. Yeah, Phi, that was his name. Whatever.
Watch out for trouble.
It might be because you spend more... I haven't played Pillars, so I couldn't really say. I imagine you probably spend more time in the Pillars home base than you do in Dresden, is why. Like, Dresden is a big pivotal moment in Chapter 2, because you capture it. But after that point, you don't actually spend a great deal of time here. You spend most of your time running out and about in the world, doing quests, clearing areas out in the world map. Dresden basically just becomes the place where you go to sell garbage and take a nap.
The time for words has passed.
Yeah, exactly. Dresden's already built. It has changes that occur due to your story, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. But it's not as impressive as, like, your capital in Kingmaker, for example. Your capital in Kingmaker, you make. You build that thing up. You see it go from a collection of wooden huts just hanging out to a full city in the center of your kingdom.
There are many roads.
Dresden is just here and remains here. And that's it. Dresden has always been here. You get to see, like, bits and pieces of the story
This is
related
my
to
kind
it,
of work.
but it doesn't really change a whole lot. You can add a ziggurat here or some trees there, but, you know, it's the same thing. I really do need to go through Path of Exile, though. Like, that's something I gotta take care of. Maybe I'll do that after I'm done with this game. Hey, Hal.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Killing is what I was made for.
Yeah, I really gotta go through Path of Exile. I don't know if that would be good to play on stream. Would it? I don't know if it's a good stream game.
Focus on the goal.
I say it's probably not a good stream game as I go through Wrath of the Righteous for the, like, 5th time.
Watch out for trouble.
Hey, look, it's my Aeon mirror.
This is my kind of work.
Add a magical creature. Does that... I think that might be enough to...
Keep your calm.
Might be enough to actually get me through to building the thing. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reload real quick. Because I need to make an actual real save here to make sure I don't have to redo the opening sequence once I get to the end of it. Yeah. Diablo... I wanted to like Diablo 3, but playing the game on PC is actually a port.
Watch out for trouble.
Legitimately awful feeling gameplay. So, Angel or Legend? You decide. Why is Earbeth here? What? Wait, what? The storyteller turns to you calmly.
Long months have passed, Commander, but even while you were away on the other plane, I could hear your brave heart beating. That sound never stopped for a second.
Earbeth looks at you as if unable to believe what has happened. Commander, you... For a while, she stands speechless. How have things been?
We spent that time serving the Queen. Yesterday I had a vision. I was living through the page that you had collected for me, and suddenly I saw the future.
Let's see.
In my vision, you returned from the abyss, marked by new powers, and a wound around you like snakes. I wound around like snakes.
Peel dropped on their knees. Iona herself extended you a helping hand. The only thing you were concerned with was the whereabouts of the banner that Queen Galfrey had taken with her. I know what I saw is difficult to believe. I haven't trusted my visions. My story is simpler. Enevy and I both agreed that we should stay here to wait for you. We're supposed to serve the Queen, but our hearts are here. Besides, you're still the commander of the Crusade, and I have no right to abandon you, even if there's almost no hope left. Ah, I see. So because I convinced the Queen to keep my title, I keep Enevia, or Erebeth around. Interesting. Although I must admit that the storyteller's tale about his vision of your imminent return seemed quite vague, I followed him here to make sure he didn't accidentally hurt himself. Erebeth smiles happily. I'm glad that he proved to be right and you really have returned. You know where she went?
It wasn't easy. I see the Queen's future and her past as if looking through shattered glass. Multiple visions come one after another, distorting the picture.
God, it's been a while since I did his voice.
The Queen is in mortal danger, at the crossroads of her fate, and her every step may prove fatal. But I did not give up, and fortune smiled upon me. I touched her goblet and learned where she was leading her army. Their Majesty decided to march is a bold move, unworthy of a queen who's not accustomed to hiding.
As bold as stepping into a volcano. When you're dealt crappy cards and you can see you're cooked anyway, the only thing left to do is go all in. Cross your fingers and hope for the best. It's still better than sitting on your butt waiting to be killed. We must hurry and help the queen. Let's take Dresden back, Commander, and then we march onward. Where's Is? The queen did the right thing. We've mustered enough strength to try and go on the offensive for the first time since the First Crusade. If we don't recapture Is now, who knows how many years we'll have to wait for another opportunity to approach it. I was afraid we would not be able to succeed without the banner. We may not have the banner, but we're still here. We live to see you return. You truly are our banner, Commander. To arms! Oh, Galfrey's letter. Excellent. Hey, look, it's that dude. Oh no, there's too many of them. It's useless. We're done for. Don't fall back. Hold the line. A huge, oily Notfashni is waiting for you with its arms folded. Yeah, it's real. Like, the music is great, too. Like, it's all good. I don't think there's a single Mythic song that isn't excellent. Well, maybe the Trickster one, because that one's just kind of like weird hijinks music, even though a lot of the time hijinks aren't happening.
Here comes the Commander, kid. So, Commander, what do you like what you see? You're right just in time to hear your friends screaming for help. They trusted you, and look what happened to them. Do you think you can actually rescue them? Ha! Who do you think you are? Who sent you here, you beasts? We all serve our master, Baphomet, Lord of the Labyrinth. He promised us Dresden. Your skin is a doormat.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but that is literally the point of it, isn't it? I'll rescue my friends. The Notfashni bursts into laughter.
I'll rescue my friends. And how exactly will you do that, you pathetic Galarian maggot? What can you do on your own without your army? Yell inspirational speeches. Oh no, I'm so scared. And then all the pathetic defenders of Dresden will be inspired and turn into an invincible force? Yeah, that's how it usually goes. In fairy tales. Do you know what happens in real life? We'll wipe your army out and you'll outwit it. But I won't kill everyone. I'll lock you in a cage, then start torturing your friends. Once I'm done with them, they'll come and spit in your face. They'll tell you themselves what torment you doomed them to. You're just a jumped-up mortal insect. You're nobody.
Let the darkness perish. Be gone from my world, demons! Power rushes through your body, almost ripping it apart. The wound in your chest bursts open in a spray of bloody droplets. The might bestowed upon you by the Abyss and Aurilu Vorlish erupts into this world, and you pay for it in purest agony. Light suffuses you bright and shining. Light and the desire to protect your world at any cost. Yeah, that's a good spell. Flame strike! I mean, in fairness, doing that is just... Doing a full BAB character with 40 levels is very good because it just means you get to just plow through stuff without even trying. An incredible silence suddenly descends over the city. It's Iomade.
Knight Commander, at last we meet.
I greet you.
And I greet... I suppose you're asking your... And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors. I know how much light and hope you have brought to the Crusaders. Your achievements are the light that emanates from you is deceiving and dangerously bright. It burns your companions, and one day it will burn you too.
I mean, really only Camellia. Fun to roleplay Guts from Berserk. Yeah, exactly. It's just... Like, one of the... I'll have to make a decision if I want to, when I switch to Legend, also rebuild my character. Because... I could continue on with, like, Oracle and then switch into, like, Paladin or something. Captain America's a good one. But I'm thinking here, like, I could do Oracle into Paladin or something and just be, like, super religious, good Legend. But what about if I just rebuilt my Legend character to be my solo character from the beta? That multi-class nightmare. And just go to 20 with that. And just turn him into a blender that, on combat start, kills somebody and causes everybody else to simultaneously explode, thanks to taking massive AOs on everything that runs away from him due to fear. Just a thought. What would happen if I did that? Like, I kind of want to see what that looks like now. I might have to try that out. Doesn't Legend also lose all mythic stuff? I really don't know what it does. On core this time. Exactly. Also, hi, Durzak. How are you doing? But, like, let me put it this way. If that works, then I will be able to do it on core because I'll be able to just run through, like, Threshold without even having to worry about it. Literally just send my main guy off in front and just do it. Okay, yeah. Exactly. I imagine you probably get something, like little bits. I know you get a bunch of stat bonuses, but I imagine you might get something added in there. But we'll see. Anyway, that's something to think about when I hit that point.
But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden. I wish to stop the forces of evil and defend Golarion. At the same time, I grieve for you, as for a soul that is caught in a web. I have come. In that moment, when my poor herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in Elutionera, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
So... I mean, you can't make him frightened normally unless you take some levels of Thug Rogue, which lets you turn Intimidate into Frighten if you beat the DC by enough. Also, the Aeon playthrough was really good. Like, I'm very... Oh, are they immune to fear? That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I'll settle for crowd control in that case. But, Aeon was excellent. I am disappointed a little bit. This is mostly a me problem. Because I did part of Aeon during beta, I sort of spoiled myself on a lot of the really cool moments. So, like, turning back time in Dresden, getting Staunton back, getting, Xanther Vang on my side. All that stuff was like, it's super cool, but I already knew it was going to happen, and that was a little bit of a hit to me. But the other stuff in there, super sick. I still maintain it is like the mythic path with the highest highs and the lowest lows thus far. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You need to be a real Aeon. You need to be hard on crime. Let's see. Also, Ione can shove it. She does better here than she does in the actual adventure path. In the actual adventure path, she basically abducts your entire party and then does a bunch of sonic damage to you if you don't answer her trivia correctly. In here, she's just like, she's showing up offering like advice and helping hand and then fucks off to do god things. Which is greatly improved from her, yeah, exactly, the infamous Doot. It's greatly improved from her normal version. Like that one moment in Wrath of the Righteous spawned so many memes that it basically sank any like... Iomade was always kind of like a Mary Sue kind of character because she's the god of humanity, she's the successor to Eridan, or she's the new god of humanity, she's the successor of Eridan, she's the first god to ever ascend with the Starstone. But, yeah, she's never been, like, actively, like, despised or hated until the Wrath of the Righteous thing, where she shows up, doots you to death, and then leaves. She still does some things if you're something that walks. Ooh, I look forward to that. That's gonna be the last run for, like, the story runs, though. Anyway, also, Aeon basically Cosmic Judge Dredd? Yes. Aeon is Hyper Law and... Let's see, you have Hyper Law as, like, your main thing, and... I mean, that's also pretty bad. But, for your Hyper Law, because you're like, it's not just, like, laws of the land, you also have to deal laws of planes. So demons are rule breakers on Galarian, but normal people are rule breakers in the Abyss, for example. It's just, it's an interesting path idea-wise. A lot of the details of it aren't great, but the high moments are just, love them. I mean, yeah, that's true, like Latford. Yeah, exactly. It's all about rules and maintaining order, everything in its proper place. Surprisingly, Arushale is not a rule breaker. Anyway, let's get back to this nonsense. Fair enough. Sometimes you just want to have a build that goes to 20. Sometimes you want a build that goes to 40. There they are.
I did not come.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else.
I cannot do that, alas. I will not subject Golarion to the war. Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come.
The goddess who is mortal, not so. Silence.
My reasons are quite real.
That is true. I tried to tell you, but
It is.
trying.
You will.
You will lose You will spoil a Oh, how noble.
This nobility.
Accusations, suspicions.
Aurilu is planted a piece. Yes.
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet. Few secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait.
Currently, we're an angel. Everything goes as it should be. Everything was as it should have been. Everything will be as it should be. Yeah, God, that's such good lines. It just like really hammers home what's going on there. But yeah, current path is angel.
Does this look familiar? That's right. Good question.
And away she goes.
Wait, I said wait!
Yes.
She's talking rubbish.
Perhaps your power came from the Abyss, but your beautiful soul has cleansed it of all evil. Don't reject this power, for you have already proved that you are worthy of it.
Hey, Camellia, what's your opinion on this? What's that? Oh, that's what I thought. Can't hear shit.
Your power doesn't lie in magic tricks. You know it doesn't. Your real power is inside you. You can win without tricks. I will help you.
Yeah, I know. It's that ending is crazy. That is the coolest ending thus far. Like, all the other ones are like, you know, they're okay. They got their bits and pieces to it. It's like, yeah, this is what Trickster would have done. Aeon's is the wildest one. And it's such a cool thing because you get to see all the extra stuff that happens with the characters. You get to see, like, what they could have been after the World Wound was gone. I really like the one where, yeah, exactly. Ascension is just kind of whatever. Ascension is just like, all these characters now gain immortality and god powers. Here's what they do. And Camellia just gets bored and goes into deep space to not exist. Because of course she does. But like, my favorite one was... Hullrun. Hullrun's Aeon ending is... He becomes, like, the governor of Kenabris and just, like, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's chill, man. I'm a chill guy. I'm hanging out. Oh, Ascension Regel's great. Aeon Regil is also really good because he just joins the Hell Knights again anyway, and he just never dies because the commander's not giving me the order to die. Regil's the best. I love Regil. Okay, so actually I was thinking about this earlier. Regil is my favorite character in the game, hands down. I grow to appreciate Wendwog more because she is designed to keep you on your toes more. Oh yeah, that's right. God, that's right. I forgot about that bit. That's so good. Love Regil so much. But anyway, Regil's the best. Wendwog is very, not necessarily just because of how she's written, but because of what she is in the game. She is a quantity that actually acts of her own volition over the course of the game. Every other character has like their own plotline and whatnot, and will do their own thing. Wendwog's the only one who will actually act on her own in the story. And you actually have to, like, keep tabs on her and keep track of her. She's unique in that aspect. And it means that, like, it actually rewards going and checking in on your companions. Whereas most of the time it's just like, how are you doing? Oh, yeah. I get a new conversation bit every chapter. And I can tell you to go fuck off if I really want to. Yeah. Like, it's really impressive. She's very interesting as, like, a mechanical part of the game, as opposed to, you know, just not normal character. Her character's written well, too. The ones who care... Ember, as much as I love her, she's a sweet little cinnamon roll. She has, like, no character to her. But she has the one character, but... that's it. Really? Well... At least she's better than Social. Social is basically the same thing, except more boring. Trevor is more interesting as a character than Social. Oh, yeah, definitely. That'd be sick. I imagine 40k... It's hard to tell, really, because I don't know much about 40k and, like, how they would run rogue trading stuff. I feel like that probably has more stuff that can go with it, too, because if you're doing, like, a space travel thing, you can have people interact with different planets in different ways, and maybe some of them have things that interact with the aliens, and, like, if you don't check in on them, maybe they're committing heresy. Like, that seems like it could work. There's a lot of options there. This case, it's just, like, I don't know if it's, like, they... Yeah, corruption. That sort of thing. Yeah. Like, I don't know if Wendwog was a test case, or specifically because of her character, they made her always act in that way, but I really hope they do more with that kind of thing. Xenos, yeah. Look, sometimes you just want to get up in that Xenos. I'm just saying. Blue's a good look. I mean, Purge, Burn, Kill, but also get up in that Xenos. Ha! Can you even burn the warp? I mean, you can burn people affected by it, I suppose.
As a member of the Order of the God Claw, I ought to advise you to obey the will of the goddess, or at least to take it into consideration. But as your companion, who has spent a lot of time with you, I can't help but notice you have reforged demonic Nahindrian power into angelic power. This is a sign of order triumphing over chaos. Perhaps there is room for maneuver here. That is why I advise you to weigh all the options and make your own decision.
It's not my place to gainsay the will of my goddess, but the thing is, I can sense evil. And I don't sense it in your power at all. I just don't. Whatever those horned monsters had planned for you, you definitely aren't playing by their rules.
Oh, the, Blood, Teeth, and Shoot Us one? Yeah, I'm gonna try that out on Monday, too, actually. That's, it's free, so I just download the demo. It's right there.
You gave hope to the Crusaders in their darkest hour, even when all seemed lost and only despair and death lay ahead. With these powers, you have saved countless lives, and you will save more. Of course you must keep them.
They're the biggest winners. They've already gained the happiness. I mean, you're pretty right there, actually. Well, kind of, because there's Blood, Teeth, and Shoot Us, or whatever it was. I don't remember the actual name. There's also Daka Squadron. That's also an orc-centric game. I don't really know many other orc games or, like, 40k games in general that would have orcs as playable races. Blood Bowl, but that's fantasy. Fair enough. I will say, though, Daka Squadron is amazing in terms of orc flavor. You can just try out the demo and see for yourself, but, like, there's... all the planes are named, like, the first one, or the one with the bombs. And you can paint your planes and get different bonuses based on that. It's really funny. Like, you can paint your plane, was it black, and it makes you stealthier or something, or harder to hit.
Dark is for humans. Chop with weight at.
Imagine, if you will, Space Marine, except you take the main character, replace it with an orc, and he's just chopping up humans or something. Like just regular infantry. Purple is stealth, right. What is black then? I know black's in there. Gold is... or yellow is lucky. No, wait, is yellow lucky? Yellow is richer or something? Blue's lucky. Blue was lucky. That was it. But anyway, yeah, you get the ability in Daka Squadron. You can paint your planes different colors, and it'll give you different bonuses. Because you've got you can paint your plane blue and get more crit chance or something like that. I don't remember. If you see purple orc commandos, get ready for a bad time. But would you see them coming?
My brother is wise. Listen to his advice.
Thanks, Trevor. You have more character than your brother.
Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most... As to your original question, I'll be honest with you. Your power turns my stomach like sour prunes. Reject it. It can't hurt.
That's the first time I've ever seen Darren reject a power.
Ugh, these dames are tough. But Iomade is as tough as you. If she tells you to do something, you better do what she says. I can feel it in my tail. You're good and righteous and all that, so do what the righteous goddess is telling ya. Maybe it'll even make my life a smidge easier. After you, become more like a human.
Experience tells me that it's wiser to trust yourself and your own abilities. You can't trust what clients tell you. One day you're a hero, the next you're working for the enemy. Sorry, but it all looks like a setup to me. First they tell you to lay down your weapons, and then, once you're unarmed, they finish you off in some back alley.
You know I'm willing to do everything for power, but your mythic abilities make us weaker, not stronger. War is no place for the honor and mercy you value so highly. Those are good for angels, but we are mortals, not celestial beings. We must do whatever it takes to survive, not defend ideals and dogmas. So, if you have a chance to be rid of this burden, take it.
Yeah, right? Also, Nuz would believe in that shit. Oh, I actually didn't know that. I thought it was kind of like an orc general consensus kind of thing. But this is interesting. This is like the first time I've seen Darren and Wendwog actually say get rid of the power. Because usually they're like, you know, keep it, whatever. That's very interesting.
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment.
I am waiting.
Quite right.
Wine. Okay, so I'm just gonna check here. What does this do? Legend corruption resistance. Anyway, Angel it is. Oh, okay. Really? So they're bigger than the others, but the others are just more numerous, so they have more of a mental gestalt thing going on. Really? Okay. I was not aware of that clan at all. I'm gonna be real. I thought like most of the orcs were the right makes you go Rasta, that kind of thing, but huh. That's surprising. Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay. Okay, Heavenly Host it is. Everybody in 15 feet get his weapon of heaven. Sword of heaven. Really? Okay, so there's a lot of orc stuff I was just not aware of. Okay. Interesting. I've already got life bubble. I don't need that. Sixth level. Plague Storm, Hellfire Ray, heal. Both heal. Majority is nubs, and yeah, Red's still faster. Purple's still stealthier. But less so if we talk nubs. Slight, since for them, chop is the way. So they're just... Do they still have that thing where orc technology works because they believe it works? Or is that also a different sort of clan thing, or maybe an older one? I don't know. Are the nubs like a newer thing in Warhammer, or are they still okay? They still have that. Are like the nubs newer, or have they always been like the big clan or the big faction? Okay. Also, you sacrificed your own humanity to serve the forces of good, goddess. Do not judge me if I choose to do the same.
It pains me to hear that. But I am not your judge, and I shall not stand in your way. At least not until I see that Golarion is under threat. You have chosen your path. Farewell.
A strange expression appears briefly on the luminous face of the goddess, something like amazement mixed with understanding. She nods slowly. Okay. Alrighty. Like I said, my knowledge of 40k is very limited, mostly to like memes from 40k.
I don't know what being immortal means, but I do understand how hard it is to change your own nature. And yet, you've done it. For all of us, and for this beautiful world.
It would have been so foolish for you to reject your path.
Nubs are the biggest. Yeah, but my knowledge is like, I know about that. I know about like the color thing and the orc technology thing. And the... What is it? It's, there's the guy... There's like some Imperial commander or something who's immortal because the orcs believe he's immortal. Which one's that? Warhammer 40k turns the most offensive meme to the Warhammer 40k meme. Anytime you wanna, and anytime you wanna go. There we go. Oh, that thing. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, that's a good meme.
You see this? It says you're a heretic.
Hey, what's going on?
By the Emperor.
I must replenish my powers.
And Nevia bounds up to you, rubbing her tired eyes, but with a wide smile plastered on her face. Oh yeah, I know the OG meme. I've seen that one. But just, let me see here. I remember the one that was like also, is it Renault? I think it's Renault from Darkest Dungeon. Oh, shit. Speaking of. Oh, that's really good. I just found just while I was looking around, I found a Darkest Dungeon mod for Crusader that turns you into a Space Marine. Take a look at what it says on the little list. Chaos sucks, Xeno sucks, Heresy sucks, Demon sucks, Emperor's cool, repent. That's really good. Good old 40k memes. 40k memes are funny. Mostly because I lack sufficient context to understand exactly what's going on, so I just look at it and go, ha ha ha, funny. Renault and the Last Crusade? Let me look. Dungeon. Oh yeah, when does Darkest Dungeon 2 come out? Darkest Dungeon 2 released October. So, hey, that comes out in a couple months. Cool. Renault and the Last Crusade. It's a YouTube video. How old is this video? How long is this video? Minute and 20 seconds. I'll watch this later because I don't know what's in it. Nope, that's not the one I wanted to pick. There we go. Anyway, I'll watch that later. I have not seen that before. Anevia bounds up to you, rubbing her tired eyes with a wide smile plastered on her face. Can't believe it. Victory! What a victory! Let us return to Dresden, and the demons are running crying back to their demon mommies. Dresden's been lost again and again, but again and again we win it back. You win it back, Commander. For light, for truth, for life! What's the city like now? It's been cleared of demons and shining bright as a temple with 1,000 candles. I don't think it looked this good even back when it was first founded. We knocked back the demons, but they can return and continue tormenting the innocent. You betcha. Ha! Those scum didn't know who they were messing with. What's the situation at the front? Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raised the Sword of Valor, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word from her since she left. Perhaps she boldly taking is even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by the demons. We don't know. I doubt anybody except you will be able to find out. And we got the every labyrinth showing up. If you've seen the goddess. You dared to go against the goddess, and she forgave you. My mind can't comprehend it. Erebeth laughs awkwardly. I was worried your impudence would be the death of us all. But now I think you're strong enough to stand against the abyss even without heaven's help. Any idea where she'll look for Rilu? Not especially. She's probably Threshold. Go on, fly. Chase the demons away from us. Now I know for sure the 5th Crusade will be the last. It's all over for the fiends. They finally met an enemy they could never have seen coming. Just do one thing for me. Come back to Dresden if you can. Folks are drawn to your light. Those who left are coming back, and new people are arriving. They need someone to tell them what to do. They need someone to show them. They need someone to lead them forward. Hello, Regil. There's Richelieu. It's Leoter. Hi. Excellent. Hello there, Lathmus. Alright, and then we have... Oh, right, Melissa.
Keep your calm.
Good stuff. Okay, actually, before I do this, I got to go off into the town and sell some junk, and also I need to... the street. I need to go sell things. I need to go talk to the storyteller about the letter, so I can get it on that Galfrey. Get in on that. Swoosh in.
I will guard.
You still over here, Captain Odin? Hi. Alright, now for the storyteller. Restore the cloak. Found a possibility acquired. Excellent. That takes care of that nonsense. And let's take a look at what the Bound of Possibility does for an angel. I will, sir. Kukri, longsword, ruthless assault, scimitar, a second soul shear. What? That's weird. What is that? That's bizarre. Alright, anyway, back to what I was doing here. Let's see. Bound to Possibility. There it is. When an angel wears this cloak, his Sword of Heaven ability deals an additional 4 dice of damage or heal an additional 4 dice of damage instead of 2. That's decent. So now I've got that, and my Sword of Heaven is more powerful than ever, and I should get rid of these things off my spell list, probably. Away with you. Dismiss spell, cure light wounds. Put that there. Sword of Heaven. Where the hell do I get Erosion Touch from? Oh, it must have been from my, I think I know where I got that from. It must have been from my gift. No, because I took Wolf's Guard, I think. Alright. Fortress of the Faithful. That there. Ward against weakness communal. Using communal. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. That seems like a good thing to pick up. Right. Anyone else talk to you? Let's talk to Wendwalk. See how she's holding up now that her entire plan to take me over my army is gone. How you doing, Wendwalk?
Keep your calm.
All right, now I'm not going to do anything particularly crazy because I still need to, mostly because I'm going to be going right back here in a second once I pick up Sol on the road. There he is. Oh. Oh? Hey, okay. The horticultural technique, known as grafting, has been used by gardeners since ancient times. The sprouting branch of one tree is spliced into the trunk of another. The plant with the stronger root system feeds the other, which is then able to bear more fruit. But can a similar technique be used on mortals and celestial beings? Will this strange endeavor yield fruit, and if so, what kind? The fate of Targona, the angel, should answer these questions. A glowing vision appears on the road in front of the commander. It takes a moment for the figure in the vision to manifest fully, but as their angelic silhouette takes shape, it's not difficult to guess who it is. The demonic wing gives it away immediately. Targona's ghostly appearance cannot hide the way her eyes blaze with excitement. She hesitates for a moment and then begins speaking rapidly. Sam Chadlovsky, I have a lot to tell you, but don't have much time. I won't be able to maintain this projection for long without being noticed, and it's vitally important that our communication remain secret. Alright, listen. We've been chasing down Mutasafin. We were trying to understand how he keeps managing to escape death, and we've worked it out. Mutasafin has created multiple copies of himself. He used a single Nahindran crystal to imbue all of them with his power. If he is killed, his consciousness is immediately transferred into a new body. There's no way to prevent his transference, at least not by any ordinary means. He's also hidden these bodies in different locations, making them almost impossible to find. There is only one way to stop him. I surrendered myself to Mutasafin. I allowed him to capture me. I'm speaking to you from his secret lab. Mutasafin is about to depart for Pelura's temple. Track him down and kill him, or at the very least give him a good scare. Either way, he'll end up in his secret hideout. That's when we'll strike. The angel's speech left the commander with a number of unanswered questions. Are you in danger? The angel's smile is sad, but she looks determined. Perhaps, but I knew the risks. Mutasafin is obsessed with the Aurilu's experiments, and I'm one of them. He's escaped us so many times, and I decided that I would not let it happen again. He's planning something big, something horrifying. I think he may be trying to open another world wound. We must stop him. What exactly do you need me to do? We need you to drive Mutasafin into a trap we prepared for him. He's keeping me imprisoned in his lair while he goes to Pelura's temple. If you spook him or kill him, he'll retreat to his secret hideout. But he won't know I've contacted you, so he'll think that he is safe. He's unaware of the connection we share. This connection not only allows me to communicate with you, but also with the other Holy Wardens, because they have a small amount of your power. Once Mutasafin is back in his lair, you and the others can catch him, and this time we'll finish him off. For good. Where are the other Wardens? I sent them a message. They're on their way to the location as we speak. They will set the trap and await your arrival. Don't worry, they won't do anything until you get here. We don't want to scare Mutasafin away. This is our chance to finish him off, once and for all! All of a sudden, the angel shudders. My captors are near. Mutasafin, he's on his way here. I don't know what he wants, but I must sever this connection. Go to Pelura's temple, I beg you, and then come find me here in this prison. With this last desperate plea, the vision of Targona fades. I'll find you! Cool. Very cool. There it is. Okay, so now we finally get to do that. Also, he stole my trick. God damn it, he stole my trick.
I must replenish my powers.
Oh, God. Okay, so way back when... Okay, so let me tell you a story about my first alchemist. My first alchemist was the one I have a lot of fun with. He was the one that was built to be just a strength machine. He's the guy that punched buildings apart to use them as projectiles and melee weapons against enemies. So, one of the things I discovered as I was leveling up is there's a discovery you can get for alchemists called Doppelganger Simulacrum. Now, alchemists can make simulacra. They can make living creature clones. But unlike normal simulacra, which is a spell which animates an ice sculpture, alchemist simulacra are actually living beings. They're actually living, real creatures, which, to a certain extent can either be... I think lesser simulacra, the lesser alchemical simulacra, turn into, like, inert flesh after a day or something, or when they're killed. The greater alchemical simulacra remain around, but they also get an ability called Doppelganger Simulacra. And what that allows you to do is you make a clone of yourself, and as a free action, you can transfer your consciousness into that body. And if you die in that body, you get sent back to your main body. It's really cool. It's a very cool ability. But I was looking at that and going, I bet I could do one better. So, what I did is a combination of that and normal simulacra. Well, I don't understand Russian, so I don't know what that said. Moon runes, indeed. Well, wait, that's not Russian. Yeah, okay, that is Russian. That is Russian. Yeah, it's basically astral projection, but I figured I could do one better. So instead of making just a... Okay, so let me work the bits out. First, there's a spell called Magic Jar. And what you do with Magic Jar is you cast the spell and it basically shoves your consciousness, your soul, into a crystal. When you use that crystal, while you're in that crystal, you then have the ability to, like, shoot your soul out and possess other people. And while you're doing that, their soul gets basically shoved into the crystal and you can, like, pretend to be them. And if you die, your mind gets sent back into the crystal. So that's one way to send yourself to a duplicate body. So what you do is, what I did is... Oh, also, there's another alchemist spell. Sort of like that. Although, in that case, that's more of a phylactery. Voldemort was effectively a lich. He had 7 phylacteries set up. That's how he worked. It's closer to, I'm trying to think of an example, but you know how, like, cursed objects in some fiction can, like, possess people with a spirit inside them and take over their body? It's closer to that. So, that's one part of this. The other part of it is alchemists get a unique spell called Elude Time. It's a very weird spell that doesn't have a lot of practical application outside of like really niche cases. But basically what the effect is, let me actually pull up the exact text. It's like a 6th level spell, which means it's fairly high level for alchemist. No, because alchemists only go up to 6. Or actually, it's a 5th level spell. Alright, so the text is Elude Time. It's a 5th level transmutation spell, lasts for 1 minute per level, and you can only apply it to yourself. Although, since you're an alchemist, you can get infusion and give it to anybody. You place yourself in a state of suspended animation similar to temporal stasis. At the time of casting, you choose when the stasis will expire up to the maximum duration of the spell. So, up to 20 minutes or so. Until the duration ends, time ceases to flow for you and all bodily functions cease. No force or effect can harm you until the spell expires or is removed, such as by a successful dispel magic. So temporal stasis is a spell that normally when you touch a creature, this is an 8th level spell for wizards. You can touch a creature and lock them in place forever in temporal stasis. Elude Time is a very low duration version of that, which lasts for only a couple minutes and only applies to the person casting it. So it's really good if, for example, you're plummeting to Earth and you're going to hit the ground in like 2 minutes and it's going to kill you. But if you chug an Elude Time, then you get to just hit the ground and like 2 minutes later you pop out of it going, whoa, and you're fine. Now, also it's a 5th level spell, so that's part of it. What you do is you make a stasis chamber, because I was big into crafting wondrous items at the time. You create a stasis chamber, which is basically just a pod that is a wondrous item that activates Elude Time on you. Yeah, kind of. Although, it also prevents you from doing anything. It's just like a, it's just like a pause button. You become immune to damage, but also you can't do anything for a period of time. You don't know. Nothing has happened for you. You basically just skip minutes. But I created this... I basically create a stasis chamber where I store my actual body. My actual body is stored in a stasis chamber using Elude Time as a continuous magic item. Next to it is a doppelganger, which is always just like there, because the doppelganger simulacras are basically just there as clone bodies I can hop into at any given point. And before I go into the thing, I use a continuous magic item of Magic Jar on myself. So my regular body is now soulless. My soul actually resides in the Magic Jar. I possess my doppelganger simulacrum, which doesn't have a soul in it, so there's no problem. Doppelganger simulacrum then puts my regular body into the container, seals it up. I can't die anymore. Then I then jump from the standby doppelganger simulacrum into one of my other doppelgangers that are hanging around. That doppelganger then gets to walk around with Magic Jar. Or no, actually, I think right, no. What it was is I think I have the Magic Jar on the first doppelganger simulacrum, which is hanging out next to my real body. And then I just do regular mind transfer into the other doppelganger simulacrum. So the other doppelganger simulacrum gets to walk around with my soul in it, just, doing regular stuff. If that ever dies, my soul gets sent back to the Magic Jar, gets sent back to the other doppelganger simulacrum, and then from there, I just keep transferring it out. Because the important part is, if you die outside of the range of Magic Jar, you die for good. Your soul is unable to return to the Magic Jar. So I have to have the Magic Jar next to the doppelganger body, which is where I'm supposed to be. My soul gets sent back to the body every single time, and it basically turns me into a living pseudo-lich. I regenerate bodies by literally crafting them as simulacra. And I have a phylactery, which is the magic jar that actually is technically housing my soul. If my main body is ever killed, I think I'm still alive as long as my simulacra doesn't die. Anyway, that's something I never actually implemented because that character actually wound up becoming immortal normally. Both because I hit level 20, which gave me the ability to get immortality as a class ability, and also because he accidentally ascended to godhood. Completely through accident. He did not realize he was a deity for, like, a couple centuries. When he got summoned in for a drinking party. So, that's a whole other beast, though. Anyway, Wayne Duag. How you doing, Sol?
There are many roads to success.
Alright, I need to go take a nap. Oh, wait, before I forget, also, I need to spell level people. Forgot. Is that everybody? That's everybody. Good.
I will guide.
Okay, does anyone want a Mithril full plate +4? Yeah, I'll definitely, like I said, I'll definitely take a look at it. I might stream it. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, The Hermit Gamer. So I'm going to just double check something here. Do I have 2 soul shears? No! They got rid of my other soul shear. Unless Social's using it. Is Social using it? No, they took soul shear off his body. They stole soul shear from him. Ah, that's goofy. Although I did get a second carapace. He's using a carapace. Alright, you know what? This is better. How much better? 2 points. That's fine.
Focus on the goal.
Alright, the other thing I was doing is I had to do this. Everyone's set. Good. Time to nap. Butterfly, how did it get here? Could it be? Is the goddess watching over me?
Watch out for trouble.
Right. Everyone is rested up. Everyone is fully healed. I guess I can go talk to Hylor as well, since I'm here and all. It's not like it's too far out of my way. Where are you, fucking reprobate?
Keep your calm.
Right.
There are many roads to success.
Onwards. I've got the cloak, which is the important bit. That means I can go visit and talk to Arilu now. And if I do good enough, I can even convince her to chuck herself into the fire instead of me. Because I imagine there's no ending for the angel that isn't just close the gate, right? Like, Gold Dragon being like, I will watch the gate, was kind of weird. I'm gonna be real. I forgot to talk to Nevia. Oh yeah, how are my armies looking? I've got 2. Okay, let's just do that. And that. Good, now I've got 5. Or 4. Okay, where am I going with these? One of them needs to go over here to Pelora's Fall, at least. This one needs to come over here to Gloomy Gorge. Where should this one go? This one needs to go down to here. I am going to need to hire on a couple more armies. This one needs to go over to here. What else we got? This one is going to sit in Gloomy Gorge as the defensive line there. This one's going to sit here as the defensive line there. Let's see, that's really all the approaches. This one, I guess, will sit here as the defensive line there. Good. Okay, Prudent is unaffected by flanking. Sure, that seems good. Oh, in the commander's absence, the Crusaders were led by Queen Galfrey, but everyone remembered that the official title of leader of the Crusades has not been taken away from the commander. His glory attracted many warriors, and a detachment of such volunteers have just arrived at the walls of Dresden. Ah, I got slaves. Cool. Study crystal. Oh, that's right. I turned the cheat on that lets me do that. Right, that helped things speed up a lot. Yeah, might as well. Right, so that takes care of that nonsense. Why did it still give me things here? What's going on with that? I also, you know what? Here, raise heroes, generous recruiters, heaven warriors. Why not? Let's get all those going too. Why not? And distribute positions. Morale increase. There we go. Clean my plate off of everything. Everything goes away. All right, now where are we going? We are going to... I'm not going to head to Is yet. Well, no, I probably could. So let's do Polaris Falls. And I want map points. Boom, boom. Polluras. Perfect. So once we're done with Polaris Falls, I can start heading towards If. Oh, and I should probably also go deal with All right. So first off,
for an adventure.
Let's see here. Faithful. All right, let's go.
Let's leave this quick.
Hi. Over here, I think, right?
Time to work.
God, this fight just stops existing.
Time to practice my combat abilities.
I should get more Vital Strike going.
I will defend my dream.
Okay, we good?
Focus on the goal.
Let's go. Oh man, you guys did some work, huh? Yeah, there's probably nothing worth like... Oh. Hi. Okay, good. Ember had spell resistance and so wasn't affected by the Vrolica. Good. Whoa, jeez. How'd that happen?
You're a good person.
There we go. Alright, so I believe it's just going to be over to here now.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Serve as an example.
Excellent. Why are you guys still here? Gives you a sly wink. Yeah. I won't let you die. What's up, Nora? How you doing? Nice to see you again. Why are you guys still here, by the way? Let's see. Ariel. Tair. Vigdis. Christine. Oh, there you go. Katair approaches you. The guard of Pelurus falls and suffered numerous injuries, and he looks utterly exhausted. Oh, Commander, you got here just in time. You'll be happy to know Leandra is alive and well. She's been rescued from the echo of the Discari's clutches. Now, that is good news. A smile lights up Katair's stern face. Then he frowns again. If only she had been here. They would not have taken us by surprise. I pray that Lady Pelura keeps her safe, and I hope we will be reunited soon. Tell me about the research. What's up with that? That filth wants to open his own world wound. He dreams of becoming greater than Arilu. He seeks to surpass her accomplishments. He believed that the knowledge collected by our stargazers over the last 100 years would help him successfully complete the ritual. I'm grateful you were able to stop him. We have paid a heavy price, but the research is safe. We have not sacrificed our lives on the altar of learning, only to watch the demons enjoy the fruits of our labor. Oh, that's... And then he wants to make your own demiplane. What happens to Sanctuary now? The Sanctuary was protected by the secrecy of its location. Now that the demons know where we are, we won't last a day.
I will guide.
Alright, well, that takes care of that. So now what? I guess I leave and find out where I have to go. I have no idea where this is going to go to.
Focus on the goal.
Honestly, why didn't they leave before? Why were they still there? Ah, there he is. Okay, so I got some time before I can get in there. So, let's head over to Iz now. The Hylor? You know, either one works. So I'm not going to teleport past any fortresses I don't already have. Let's go, shall we? Hello, Rilu. How are you doing?
Is the erstwhile
Lady Arilu?
I'm interested in not.
Arilu Vorla. I'm afraid ending this nightmare won't be as simple.
Yes, I recognize it. I suppose. Oh, I turned this perhaps it. And I received a dose of nostalgia for days long past. Most diverting. Regret.
That's not true.
I wish I could answer them now, but I cannot. Your time is running out. I have tried. I have tried many things to no avail. I am here to... Many of your allies are... The city is also home to the Temple of Stone Man.
Advice from a...
Turn back and you will lose...
Quiet.
Yep, right. So, first things first.
I will protect you.
Oh, I'm gonna have to deal with that, huh? Okay.
Stazioni Savitur. Stazioni Savitur. Stazioni Savitur. Stazioni Savitur. Stazioni Savitur. Stazioni Savitur.
Okay, no more dying to damage. Or level damage.
Keep your calm.
There they are. Hey, guys. There is meant to be a library around here somewhere. The demons have repurposed it for their own needs and hauled their unholy books in there. Her Majesty set out for the library, but for what purpose, it's not my place to know. Oh. Oh.
There are many roads to
So,
success.
because I gave her the book... Oh! Because I gave her the book, I don't have to worry about her fighting Tarendula.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Okay.
I'm here. Where else would I be? Fine.
I should have given him fast stealth.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign. Pretty good, aren't I?
Wow, can't see shit, huh? That's almost impressive.
kind of work.
That's legitimately almost impressive how bad that guy's perception check is. Let's see here. It doesn't say what the perception check was.
Might be trapped, might be treasure. My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Light shield. Somebody disable that trap, please.
This is my kind of work.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Normally, I have to pick one of 3 choices, but because I gave her the Lexicon of Paradox, I don't have to. You see them from a distance, their gleaming blades and armor shining bright against the ravaged ruins, their clipped strides betraying both pride and tension.
We stand ready, Your Majesty.
Good. Because of the information gathered from the Lexicon of Paradox, we now know that Iz holds a priceless treasure, our enemy's knowledge. We must seize it. Close ranks and be on your guard. There is no telling what awaits us inside the Temple of Manuscripts.
Wait! Galfrey turns toward your voice. One after another, emotions pass over her clear, stern features. Astonishment, disbelief, guilt, and hope.
There is much we need to discuss, Commander. But it will have to wait. We are preparing for an attack. I hope you will join us in battle.
Her voice sounds almost cheerful, yet a furrow appears between her brows.
Why, hello, my dear cousin.
Galfrey coldly stares Darren down and slowly but grudgingly gives him a nod of acknowledgement. Where are you headed?
Before us is the Temple of Stone Manuscripts. I learned about it from the Lexicon of Paradox you brought. It is where the demons keep their knowledge, including Aurilu Vorlesh's secrets. This knowledge could prove invaluable to our cause. We must take it.
I emerged victorious in the abyss, and Iz will be no different. The demon's reign will soon crumble.
Your spirit is astounding, Commander.
The shadow of guilt that had previously crossed Galfrey's face now becomes more conspicuous. I have many questions for you.
I understand. I promise I shall be sincere. I should like to return something to you. The Lexicon of Paradox. It may be our only key to the mysteries of the wound. One I failed to make use of.
Oh!
And now, onward.
So you get it back. Cool.
I will guide.
Let's get in here first. I'm Anamora. Galfrey lets out a pointed chuckle but doesn't interject. Her eyes are focused on Anamora, and a smile of contempt plays on her lips. This is fascinating. Please tell me more.
Disappear. I'm sorry I have to do this.
Oh, that was easy. Let's take all that. Galfrey leans on her sword firmly. There's a pensive look in her eyes as the rush of combat dies away. I need the truth, my queen. The way you sent me in gives me some questions.
I've been expecting this. This is no time or place. I have seen many more years than any human is. You awakened the first human emotions I had felt in a long time. And those emotions were... I am glad. I was worried you wouldn't find it in yourself to understand and forgive me. Thank you.
I read the letter.
It was written in a moment of weakness. I was mourning. Enough! This is no time to be having such a conversation. We can talk. Afterward. Later. At some point.
Ayomide herself came to tell me I'm not chosen one. I have no right to call myself a messenger of heaven.
I am not surprised. From the beginning, I have had my doubts about you being Ayomide's chosen. Perhaps that was my jealousy talking. Or perhaps my intuition. Either way, I was uncertain. But know this. Your supposed status did not stop me from sending you into the abyss. However, neither will its absence make me turn away from you now. I trust you, Commander. You personally, not Heaven's chosen.
How'd the Crusade do?
Not badly enough to be called a disaster, and not well enough to offer hope. It is as if everything simply shuddered.
Why'd you come to
toward-
Iz?
This was a desperate push.
It was a brilliant decision.
Imprudent.
I had no...
Yes, I...
Don't blame yourself, Your Majesty.
Here is where we must pop...
Alright. Before we do that, though, I've got to pick up some stuff. Like this.
Watch out for trouble.
Alright, so we open the door here.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
There we go.
Pretty good, aren't I?
And glass key. Perfect. There we go. Got it legit this time. Now I know. Give her the Lexicon of Paradox.
This is my kind of work.
Give Galfrey the Lexicon of Paradox. You get in her good graces. And on top of that, you also get to keep both sides.
There are many roads to success.
Alright,
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Get over there.
This is my kind of work.
Right, next stop should probably be...
Pretty good, aren't I?
Should I do Terendelev? I'm gonna save right now, because I don't know like what's gonna happen with Terendelev if I don't do that. It's like around here someplace?
What I was made for.
Alright, keep moving, buddy.
The Lord of Locusts is here.
The hour of reap.
Yeah, whatever. Heard this before. Turn to your forward protector and our slave will never know peace. Oh, there's a trap.
Key to victory.
Okay, never mind, I guess. Just doing fine. Sure, whatever. Hey, Terendelev.
Might be trap, might be treasure. This is my kind of work. This is my kind of work.
All right, then. That takes care of that.
Concentrate. Stop learning. Time for words at last! Maximum efficiency!
Did you just die already?
Victory is worth the pain. Keep your calm.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign. Pretty good, aren't I?
Hi, God.
This is my kind of work.
Keep your wits about you. Patrizio Turinos! Focus.
I will fight.
Strength to be proud of.
Didn't know I had it in me.
That must have hurt.
Patrizio Turinos!
Ah, what a surprise.
Oh, Jesus Christ, how long have I been muted for? Anyway, heal is... Okay, so to recap what I think I did since I was muted. Wow, heal is really good. Jesus Christ, Grave War, I can't believe you almost died. I think that's really about it. I don't know how long I've been muted for. I don't think I've been muted for that long.
Right here.
What do you... Oh, there's a trap right there. Where's it connect to? Oh, Midnight Bolt. Hey, thank you. I'll take that.
This is my kind of work.
I needed another one. Now, I believe this is the room where the Flayed Man is. Who's got... Ember's got the Midnight Bolts. So, let me just put another one in your inventory here. Didn't I give you gear?
Pretty good, aren't I?
Oh yeah, there he is, the Filleted Man. Okay, I'm also gonna check something right now because I'm actually a little bothered by this. How long have I been muted for? Okay, so we're just gonna open up Method here, the one that's currently streaming. Let's have a look-see. If I go back about, let's say, 20 minutes. All right, keep moving, buddy.
Time for words at that.
Okay, looks like I was muted. I was trapped.
Key to victory.
I was muted around Terendale.
Okay, never mind, I guess. Just doing fine. Whatever. Hey, Terendale.
Yeah, I muted myself after Terendale, so that's not a whole lot. Anyway, just, yeah, you can totally do the whole thing. You just got to make sure to give the Lexicon of Paradox to Galfrey.
There are many rules.
And that lets you, like, get all the good events. You don't have everything bad happen. The area doesn't hit stage 3, basically. Oh yeah, that means stupid. Ah, it's here. That's where it is. This is the part that lets you skip across.
This is my kind of
Enemies.
Disappear.
A strike to be proud of. Night.
Okay, now where's the exit again?
Focus on the goal.
Is it here?
pretty good, aren't I?
No, that's definitely not it. I am not in the right place at all.
This is my kind of work.
Oh, it's here. There we go. Alright, take a save. Turn on turn-based mode for a second.
There are many rooms.
Let's go! Oh wait, before I do that.
My tail is restless.
You are bad at pretending to be uninterested, imposter.
Ooh, so are you puffing up? She's just a little too bright is all. So I covered my eyes so I didn't get blind.
Enemy. Remember how we...
Yes.
The biggest trophy in...
It's no use, imposter. You're the imposter goddess and her imposter engine. I have begun with the mortal...
Radiance! Ow. Alright, well...
Surrender, or else!
There we go. Perfect. Steady target swift.
Simply business.
That's some chonky damage, and he still didn't care. I wonder how he'll like this one. I really should do the other one. Where is it? I know it's in here. There, is that it? Bolt of Justice. Yeah, that's the one. Are you gonna... Oh, it did work. It actually did do the 260 damage. It just isn't showing up. Oh! I cast it as a swift action! Because I had Sorcerer's Reflex. Ah! Get fucked! You also, in fact, have Sorcerer's Reflex, which... I guess I could use it to cast, like, Great Invisibility?
Cover me, all right?
I will resist.
All right, Trevor. Get to it. Finish it off. Wow, Sorcerer's Reflex is fucking broken. Oh my god.
Impossible. I am chaos and death. I am the end of times. I It cannot be defeated!
You will poison this world with your presence no longer, Lord of the Abyss.
For a moment, you see yourself in Canabris. Wow, Bolt of Justice and Sorcerer's Reflex is bested. Jesus. Didn't I get another thing that let me cast a spell as a swift action as well? Oh, it also probably helps they had the Bound of Possibility, so... Oh, God, I could have done Angel... I could have done my, Weapon of Heaven, too.
Does anyone require my counsel?
That's a standard action now.
I will guide.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Hey, Storyteller. Good shit. Oh, how well that turned out for you? Also, I thought you were playing as Darth Vader and Vader Immortal, not, you know, fighting him.
Focus on the goal.
Ah, okay. That sounds more interesting than I thought it was. Like, I thought it was a thing where you just play as, like, Darth Vader and... Well, I thought there was, like, two parts to it. You play as, like... You do, like, the... I might be confusing it with, like, that Jedi training thing, where it's just, like, you're on Tatooine and R2's there and the Millennium Falcon, and you're just, like, blocking lightsaber bolts or whatever with your lightsaber. I might have been confusing it with that. Okay, while I'm here, though, Aureliu's lab isn't too far. Could hit that up. I'll make a decision in a second. I'll be right back, though. Oh, okay, that sounds pretty neat. Like I said, I always thought it was a mostly just a tech demo kind of thing, which is like really high quality lightsaber force things, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of a funky tech demo. I probably was confusing it with the other Star Wars VR thing. You know what? Let's go take care of Arilu's lab and then the old Sarkorian mines and all that shit. Alright, time to go see some backstory. I do have both the ring and the glove set, I'm pretty sure.
Keep your calm.
Day 20, Farast 4606. Experiment, the suture. Subject, former Dyrachne subjected to extreme exposure when passing through the world wound. As a result of this exposure, the demon was reborn as a...
Blah, 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 whatever. Anything going on Twitter while Arilu's doing this thing again? I forgot I hadn't watched these things. Anything going on Twitter? There's some streams. AyotoStreaming. Why am I singing the Skyrim song? Why is that? Seriously, why is that coming into my mind? I don't even like Skyrim that much.
There are many
A unique event in demonology. The reborn
Oh, was
demon
that
also
actually
acquired
paused the entire
serious
time?
malformations, which did not respond to standard treatment methods. Objective.
Oh god, okay, I see. So, I thought it was a thing that just triggers based on, like, timer, and then it'll, you know, change the text as it goes, and the sound is keyed to that. It's actually the other way around. The text is actually keyed to the audio playing. The audio playing is actually what causes that to happen. Now I just had a thought, actually. Let me check something here. Because I don't think the key crystal... I think there is a research thing you can do with the key crystal, isn't there? In which case, maybe I should head back to Dresden first. There's Northern Lights. Also, I had 2 fresh Nahindran crystals, right? Yeah, there they are. 2 fresh Nahindran crystals. Okay, you know what? I'll just go back to Dresden. Who's on the road? Oh, it's these guys. There they go.
Watch out for trouble.
Also, what are these Discord things? What is this? Stop. Stop. I mean, I've got 3 Discord pings for giveaways on a Discord I'm in. It's constant giveaways. They've been... I mean, I'm going to enter them still, but like... It's just been constant giveaway pings over the last couple days. It's ridiculous. Alright, back to what I was doing here. Nope, stop. Nope. Okay, back in. Let's go. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Mm-hmm. Anytime now. Sup, guys? How you doing? The gates of Dresden are open wide, and the army that came back from Iz is standing before you. Hundreds of eyes are watching your triumphant return to your city. Once in a while, you spot a flash of white feathers or a shining nimbus among the simple garb of the townsfolk and the dull gleam of the Crusaders' armor. Angels stand on the cobblestones of Dresden shoulder to shoulder with mortals, just like in the days of the First Crusade. When the Crusaders who have returned from Iz catch sight of them, they exchange astonished whispers. The Crusaders of Mendev watch you and your followers with hope and reverence. They greet you with welcoming shouts and enthusiastic salutes.
Welcome. I see you have returned. You once again saved me from death, and our army from inglorious defeat.
Her Majesty Queen Galfrey takes a step forward to greet you.
I may have been the one to call this crusade, but it was you who became its very soul and chief strategist of the entire campaign. All hail the commander! Long live our hero!
Salute. The Queen responds with a sharp salute, and all of her knights follow.
But now the crusade must face Threshold. It is time for the final confrontation. The last bloody and decisive battle. Few of us will come back alive. Give us all a few words before you lead us on what is to be our final push. Once you are finished with your speech, please come and see me. I'd like to speak with you in private.
Galfrey leans over to you. A multitude of eyes is watching you, with hope, pride, and silent expectation. Companions and comrades, I stand for you, not trying to hide where I am. Not the chosen of Iomade like many thought, but your knight commander still. I'm the one who defeated countless demons and will defeat many more. Evil will find no purchase on this ground. Your words provoke a wave of battle cries and zealous prayers. I will take you to Threshold and beyond. I believe we will close the world wound, but there will still be much evil in the world even after this victory. And I will not put away my sword. I will make sure Dresden remains the bastion of good and order on Galarian. Shoulder to shoulder, blade to blade, soul to soul, we are one! And that means we are unstoppable! The crowd cheers as one, and the very skies above the city seems to shake. The assembled host takes up your motto and starts repeating it again and again, turning it into a song, a battle hymn, that soars toward the sky. Hey, storyteller, where'd you come from? The gray-haired elf was quietly nodding in time with your words, but now he looks like he has just woken up from a deep sleep.
Penarilu Vorlish, have known who you would become. She claimed you as her creation. She infused you with blood essence taken from the dead lords of the abyss. But you have soared above the world on angels' wings. There's great power inside you, Commander. The power of compassion, the power of healing, the power of redemption. You have become the Crusaders' guiding light, and they will follow your star, keeping the hope alive in their hearts, always protecting it, just like they will always protect one another.
What's up, Greybor? Alright. You know what's in the cave? What happened to the bodies? There she is. How'd you end up in Dresden? He was in Canabras! Alright, so talk to Nevi real quick. Yep, there she is. Where she goes. Alright, now, time for the Queen. Galfrey greets you with a friendly smile. Thank you for coming to speak with me, and thank you for once more for forgiving me. It's taken a weight off my shoulders. I can now breathe more easily. I know I have no right to complain to you about my experiences. I bear the blame for what happened, but I want you to know, not a day passed that I did not think about you. And I also wanted to say that I consider you my friend. She extends her hand to you. No matter what trials await you in the future, you can always rely on me and all of Mendev. Okay, hold on, let me just double check here. Act 1, Act 2. Let's see. Night Fane, Into the Abyss, Endgame is... okay, so... Okay, I'm trying to see if, like, I'm doing this right. Okay, this is not really it. Okay. Romance. Okay, so it looks like I'm doing it. So, just a friend? I'm sorry, I don't understand. I thought our friend was more than bond was more than mere friendship. Godfrey's cheeks flushing, looks away flustered. I'm the Queen of Menton. I'm duty personified. I sacrificed every part of myself for the war, and can't possibly fall in love. Do you know how old I really am? I'm long past the age where people fall in love. It's simply not possible. Godfrey stopped abruptly. Her chest heaves as if she'd fought a hard battle. I have a feeling for you, Godfrey. Please don't say that. I cannot return your feelings. I have no right to. You may be right. What does that change? I'm a queen. You're our commander. No more, no less. I want to get to know you better. Spend some time together. What do you say? Godfrey sighs loudly, closes her eyes for a moment, then her chin jerks up. All right, come to the... Why not? Get the Queen of Men to relax and have a drink with her commander on the eve of a great battle. To the tavern, my commander, now or never. Yeah!
Well,
Tavern Keeper's
shall
dead.
we drink to the crusade?
After your drinks arrive, Godfrey raises her tankard, and Marucha's just right there. She's just hanging out. Despite her nervousness and rather jittery movements, the Queen's voice rings with good cheer. Okay, Oh no, if you mix work and pleasure, you do so at your peril. Let's drink to your good self instead.
All right, but then we'll drink to you after.
The Queen laughs and nods.
I can't remember the last time I simply sat in a tavern. Wait, I do remember. It was in Canabrace, right after the Grey Garrison lost its roof and you gained your mythic powers.
Godfrey takes a large gulp from her tankard and wipes her mouth.
We came here to get to know each other better, didn't we? I propose a game. First, I ask you a personal question. Then you ask me. The rule is we must answer honestly. Agreed? Then I shall start.
Okay, where is this going? She leans in toward you and winks conspiratorially.
I remember how we first met. You were a dark horse, the unknown hero who saved the city. I sat at your table incognito so I could take a closer look at you. So tell me, what did you really see in me once I introduced myself? What did you think of me?
Let's see. You know, I think coming here was a bad idea. I'll tell you, but only if you tell me what you thought of me back then.
This is not how this game is supposed to be played, but if you insist. You piqued my interest. As a rule, I am good at reading people, but I was stumped when it came to you.
Godfrey, she says while looking into your eyes, smiling.
And the next day, I suddenly realized that I could not stop thinking about you and the mystery you posed.
I liked you from the moment I laid eyes on you.
Is that true? Well, I suppose it must be true. We did agree to be honest after all. Now it's your turn to ask.
What do you dream of?
I dream of peace for all. I dream of this war ending. I dream of a Galarian where there is less pain and injustice. But I suppose you were asking about something more personal.
She tilts her head pensively.
This may sound foolish, but I should like to stop being queen. Even for just a little while. After all, I've been queen for 100 years already. But no one can know of this dream. You must keep my secret.
Joffrey thinks it over for a while and then suddenly grins. You know what? That's honestly fair. She has literally been running this country and running a 100-year war. That is a long time to be in charge of a war. Like, wars have lasted that long before in history, but usually it's not the same person in charge of it for the entire time.
Now, it is my turn to ask. Do you remember the day I took my leave of Dresden? Tell me, were you happy to finally become the full-fledged commander of the crusade without the Queen overseeing your every move? Or perhaps you didn't want me to leave?
She hesitates. I knew I was gonna miss you.
Very well. Now it's your turn to ask.
Joffrey doesn't respond to that. She hides her smile behind her raised tankard, taking a large swig, but the joyful gleam in her eyes reveals her reaction. What do you enjoy doing when you're not waging war?
To be honest, I can hardly remember a time when I could allow myself to do anything other than wage war. I remember that I used to enjoy practicing with my sword. I also liked going out riding and tending to my horse afterward. I loved meeting with friends in Nerosian's taverns. I used to sneak out in secret so my father wouldn't know. But, of course, he always found out about my secret adventures in the end. He never scolded me, but the look he would give me was enough to make my knees knock together in fear. Is it my turn to ask again? Then tell me, have you ever hated me? I know that you have forgiven me, but I cannot help thinking that I made you hate me by sending you to the Abyss on an impossible mission. When the storyteller told me that he had met you in Alushanera, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to help you, to speak with you, to find out who you were, but I was afraid you wouldn't listen to me.
Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I was angry with you for a while. We're gonna hate you.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for telling me. Your turn now.
Have you ever truly loved someone before?
We agreed to be honest, didn't we? He was one of my father's knights, a few years older than me. I was a young, innocent girl who had just come of age, and I fell madly in love with him. I was forever trying to contrive chance meetings with him in the palace. I always made sure to know which post he was guarding. I remember waiting for the night he would be stationed in the palace gardens. I remember my cheeks burning as I confessed my love to him. I remember our first kiss. And then my father died. I became queen, and my knight chose to abandon his position and leave. He told me that he did not wish to die young in some senseless war.
What an asshole! I mean, also that's fair, but what an asshole!
My turn. How are the people in this tavern reacting to seeing us together? From where I am seated, I cannot see the entire room, and those people I can see are studiously avoiding eye contact.
Everyone's sneaking glances at you and whispering. Let's see. I'm paying them no notice because I'm with you.
Fine then. I shan't pay them any notice either. Now it's your turn.
Joffrey makes an indecipherable sound. She then takes a sip from her tankard. Should we go in the direction of my study?
You can't ask that. It's highly improper.
Blood rushes to Joffrey's cheeks and she chokes on her words. She yanks her hand from yours, drains her tankard, and then stares into your eyes.
Let's go.
Joffrey's lips brush yours, carefully as if she is trying not to spook you. Gently, and a trifle awkwardly, the way a young girl kisses the person she likes. And Rochelet was just hanging out there the whole time. It's fine, she's a succubus, she knows about this.
I awakened you after all. I apologize.
Joffrey, fully dressed, fixes her hair. Her gaze falls on you.
To be honest, I had hoped to avoid this conversation, but apparently it is bound to happen. thank you for this little adventure we shared. I haven't enjoyed myself like that in a long time. I hope you enjoyed it all too. Well, I should go now.
Thanks for the sex. Bye! Were you trying to leave without saying anything?
I cannot lay claim to vast experience in such matters, but it seems to me that it would be best if we simply parted ways without talking, ending this connection with the subtle sense of words left unspoken. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Actually, never mind.
Are you trying to say it's all over between us?
There is nothing between us, and there never was. Nothing but some harmless flirtation and one night of pleasure, when I forgot for a moment who I was and what I am supposed to do. And I am sincerely grateful to you for the time we had. But it is over now. I am Queen Galfrey of Mendev. My duty is to defeat the Abyss and to bring peace to Galarian. I am 100 years old, a crone whose life is artificially prolonged using sun orchid elixirs. Because I am the symbol of our struggle, a living embodiment of duty. My personal feelings, they are irrelevant.
The queen stumbles over her own words. Any chance after we win, you'll reconsider your decision?
I do not know what will happen after our victory.
Galfrey stares into your face for a while, then shrugs vaguely. I love you, Galfrey.
Please, do not say such things. Doing so will only cause you greater pain.
A spasm crosses the queen's face. You're talking about duty again? I thought we already did this.
I am duty. I am sorry if you cannot understand that.
Please don't go. I'd like to keep seeing you.
I am sorry.
She says softly. Well, there she goes.
Keep your calm.
She's right here. All right. Thanks. Sorry about that, Commander. I should go. Right here. Just still. Please don't go. I want to keep seeing you. I'm sorry, Commander. I can't do it. As long as I remain Queen and you remain Commander, it can never be true between us. I must go and you will never see me again. So, how about that crusade management stuff, huh? Okay. Right. It's been a couple hours. Hopefully my armies can move again. I gotta clear out some demons and some forts. Nope, it's not. Hasn't been long enough. God damn it. Oh no, I just realized it's gonna be this. I forgot that those were still here. Okay, that's gonna just hang out in there from now on. Okay, this was going... I think I was pushing it over this way. Okay, now you, I believe I was... You were just going to sit there if I remember correctly. You're just gonna stay here. You're new. I'll send you off this direction. Okay, so you're going to be going over here. I need an army over this way. See, one army's going in there, one army's going down here. Ah, I need an army over this way. Everyone's done moving, except for the army that's sitting in that one spot. You are also going to just sit in that spot. You're sitting there. You should move down. Okay. Hang out in Keeper's Canyon. Actually, right there. All right, let's take care of the conversations now. Time for more work. Mendev needs help. There's been a revolt. Galfrey furrows her brow menacingly. I trusted the wrong people to watch over my nation. Well then, they will not escape punishment for their mistake. Commander, if you believe that someone else will fare better at saving the nation than the Royal Council, I should support you. I like how Lady Konomi here is just like, please help the Royal Council. If you think that someone else is going to do a better job, I'm all in on that. Why would we bother with saving the Royal Council so we can keep pushing us around? I propose we publicly support the nobles of a few esteemed elders, which is apart from the council, it wouldn't be a terrible loss of the nation. This isn't a game, Count. I ask that you take this matter more seriously. I was thinking Zarcy. So Nerosian demanded was now asking? You're absolutely right. I admit the council doesn't show you the proper respect. It's... With a frown, Galfrey gives Konomi a searching look. It appears that the Royal Council has been negligent in their duties if their misfortune evokes no sympathy from the commander. Once the war is over, I'll be sure to find those who disobeyed my order not to pressure the commander. What's there? Why is there rioting? His Majesty is here with you, not in the capital. I swear, if this weren't about saving the whole world, I would have advised her to leave for Nerosian immediately to save her kingdom. Without Her Majesty's steady hand, the capital's fallen into decay. Some are settling old scores, others have discovered new opportunities. Mendev is accustomed to following a highly respected leader. The only one who can protect the throne from greedy hands is you, Commander. What's the situation in the capital? Have long been in conflict with aristocrats. Like to hear the council's opinions. Come a living wall. Call for mercy. Why support the nobility? Form a new royal council. They will form a new royal council. It's certainly possible that they'll end up being exactly the same. Hypocrites, bores, and schemers. But firstly, it will be a new, refreshing set of hypocrites, bores, and schemers. And secondly, they will remember who has helped them to rise to power and won't demand at every turn that we kiss their banner. Galfrey, who's been staring daggers at Lady Konomi, raises her eyebrows and looks at Darren indignantly, but forces herself to remain silent. Woljif, what do you think about the River Kingdoms? Sarsi, a friend of mine. It's got me thinking. They're so damn good at making different sorts see eye to eye. Maybe we could be putting them to use here? We might butter up some folks, give others a scare, but whatever will chill the hotheads, eh? You're expecting to support the Royal Council? Commander, we weren't your enemies. Galfrey, what's your take on all this? You are the commander. You bear responsibility for the Crusades and the losses of the Crusade. And only you have the right to make decisions on behalf of the Crusade. No one else is entitled to give such an order, not even I. Galfrey is silent for a moment. Once I made the decision for you and sent you into the abyss. We both know how that turned out. She looks at Leia Konomi grimly. And yet, there's something I would like to say. The Royal Council and its messengers has hidden behind my name long enough. They could not handle their responsibilities. They failed me, and they failed Mendev. Thus, should the commander decline to support them, it'll be my great pleasure to give them a failed trial upon my return to the capital. Darren chuckles under his breath. So convenient, holding others responsible in a crisis, as if you were the one who gave these people power, cousin. I've heard everything. By the way, Galfrey, nice to see you here. Galfrey bows her head politely. The work of this council is not only about the Crusade, but also about Mendevian politics. Thus, it seemed appropriate that I attend. I've already warned Lady Konomi, however, that the final word in the decision of the council is yours. Provide a holy relic. +4 enhancement bonus to charisma and whiz. Darren. Blow resistance +5 lance killing blow. All enemies become blind and blah blah. Whatever. Support the Royal Council. +5 confidence bonus on persuasion checks. Declare independence. Or a masterpiece from an artisan in a distant land. +2 inherent bonus to all ability scores. I will never not take this. This is so good. I will never not take that option. I pray to Ayomide that your decision is the correct one. Otherwise, I'll have to answer to Pharasma for all the bloodshed caused by my negligence. She glances at Lady Konomi. As for you, if you'll be so kind as to tell the Royal Council that when next we meet, they will need to sound very convincing if they hope to plead for leniency. Hello there, traitor! Yep. Where you kept quiet was in his. What's up now? You have a lot of respect for Galfrey, don't you? Let's see. I know this one's not good. This one, like, literally does nothing beneficial for me at all. Okay, let's see here. That's a strength. I'll do this my way. We'll surround their forces, cut off the supply routes, and maintain the blockade. I mean, I believe I'm making a mistake. What? You're the traitor here, bud. All right. Take no part in the plundering of Mendev. Hello, Captain Odin. How are you doing? Calling the assassins. Those guys are sick. All right, and that is good stuff. All right, I'm gonna leave that there for now. Arilu Lab, and save Targona. So next time, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing Arilu's Lab. We're gonna go deal with the Hand of the Inheritor, save Targona, maybe take care of stupid side quest stuff as well. That's also an option. And yeah, so that'll be good. All right, anyway, I'm going to leave that for now. I'll be back again with this on Wednesday. At least I should be. Tomorrow is my usual mix of demos and games and whatnot that looks cool. I got a bunch of them to check out. Well, not really a bunch, more like a small handful. But, yeah, some interesting looking games. I'll be back with this again, as I said, on Wednesday, though. As always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the game with me. Enjoy the rest of your days, nights, evenings, what have you. And, you know, let's just take a look here. Is anyone streaming I can go raid real quick? Let's see. Is he... Destiny? Oh, that's interesting. All right. In that case, anyone else streaming Pathfinder? Let's see what we got. Here. Someone actually just started. They're in Illusion Era. So I'll send you over to HJ Tenchi. So go say hi to them. And see you next time.